Hi everybody, welcome to my channel if you're new here. If you're not new here, welcome back. This week's video is going to be a what's in my modeling bag video. I'm going to take you guys through my everyday modeling bag and show you guys my essentials, things that I think you need, and things that I take with me on set and when I'm traveling for work. I just thought this would be a fun video. I really like watching these types of videos and I grew up watching them, so I just thought might as well show you guys my modeling bag and what I keep in it. Also, if you guys need some recommendations for things to take with you when you're shooting and on set, this is the perfect video. So for starters, this is the bag. This bag has come with me everywhere. Every single modeling trip that I take, every work trip, every time I travel, every time that I just go to set for the day. Whenever I'm on set and working and shooting, this bag is right by my side. This bag has everything you could ever possibly need in any situation. I've thought ahead about everything. This bag has it all. This is a Marc Jacobs tote bag. I don't know the style name. I got this probably like 2 years ago, so I have no idea what it's called or if they still make it, but honestly this is the perfect size just for your essentials. And sometimes when I'm working, I get flown out by companies to shoot for them just for 1 day or 2 days. So if I have to travel to a different state but I'm only staying for like 1 night, because that's usually what happens, I can pack pretty much everything that I need in this bag and it fits on the airplane underneath my seat and I don't have to check a bag or anything. So that's pretty much what I do every single time because I'm pretty low maintenance. I don't take that much stuff with me. And usually for those 1-day work trips, everything is going to be able to fit in here. So anyways, let's get into what's inside. So this is the little front pouch. I have a little keychain on there just so I can open it a little bit easier. This front pocket has anything that I need to access right away. These first two things are travel essentials. So this is my vaccination card. I've never had to use it, but in case I need to show it, I have it. I just flipped it around so you can't see my stuff. And then I have a Lululemon face mask for the airport. I honestly forget to wear this and I should be wearing it more, but when COVID was spreading and it was really bad, obviously we all had to have face masks. So I just keep one in case I need to wear it somewhere or if I want to wear it in the airport or on the plane. The next thing that's in here is a little container for my jewelry. This is actually from a brand called Cadence. They sent this to me and I'm obsessed with it. They're just these little containers. They sent me a couple other ones that are bigger in different sizes, but you can put your moisturizer in there and they're just basically like travel containers. But this one I just keep in the front pocket of my bag in case I have to take off my jewelry. Usually I think ahead and just take everything off before I go because I always leave things on set. I always leave jewelry on set. So just to make sure that that doesn't happen, if I have something on like earrings or a necklace or something, I'll take it off right away and just put it in this little container. I have hand sanitizer, obviously. This one's from Bath & Body Works. One thing about me is that I'm obsessed with washing my hands. I don't know where it came from or why I'm like that, but I think I wash my hands like probably 20 times a day for no reason. I just love how it feels. I really just like to wash my hands all day long, but obviously when you're on an airplane and traveling, you can't do that, so hand sanitizer. And then I also have a little hand cream. This one's just from Gold Bond. It's just nice to put in my bag because my hands get really dry. And then lastly, I just have a lip balm. This one is the Smith's Rosebud Salve. I love this lip balm. Honestly, I always have different lip balms in here. As long as I have one, I'm good. And then the last thing that I have in the front pocket are my AirPods. These are obviously necessary because especially with traveling and being on the plane and whatnot, you need AirPods, so I always have these in there. Now for the main pocket, there's kind of a lot going on in here. The first thing that I have in here is a little Nike gray zip up. I always keep a zip up hoodie in my bag because when you're on set, you'll realize that it's always freezing. Studios especially, for some reason, are always really, really cold. I also am someone that is just constantly cold. Like no matter where I go or what I do, I'm freezing. So having a zip up is very important. But yeah, for example, if I'm shooting for a beauty brand and they're doing my makeup, I can't wear a hoodie because then once I take it off, it'll mess up the makeup. And that's the issue I always run into. So I just learned it's better to think ahead and just bring a zip up so that you can take it on and off and I can put it on between shots. The next thing I have in the main pocket is my iPad. If you guys are new here or maybe didn't know, I'm a full-time college student, so although I model and travel and do all those amazing fun things, I do still have homework and schoolwork to stay on top of and take care of even when I'm out of town. So I have my iPad with me in case I need it. I don't usually reach for it that much because I'm obviously working, but sometimes on set, if there's a couple models or even just one other model, you have a lot of downtime between shots and maybe they're focusing on the other models for a while and maybe you have like an hour just to chill. So sometimes I get the chance to get ahead on some homework or some reading, so I just have my iPad. It's super handy and I love it. The next things that I bring to set with me are always snacks. You always need snacks because you literally just never know when you're gonna eat on set. Also, bringing snacks is good because sometimes whatever they cater for lunch on set, you might not love, and if you didn't eat it, you still need to eat. So I just like to keep some snacks in here. This is a random little Cliff bar, but I'll always make sure to have a bar with me or some kind of snack just so that I'm not starving if maybe I didn't eat that day or was rushing out the door and didn't have time to eat breakfast. Keeping snacks is very important. Also, sometimes when I'm doing a half-day shoot, they won't cater lunch, and I'll be starving by the end of the day, so just making sure to have snacks is very important. If I'm not traveling and I'm just going to set in LA, I will always bring my water bottle with me with a full thing of ice cold water. It's really important to stay hydrated, especially if you're shooting e-com, because it's just a lot of changing and it's very fast paced. So you have to stay hydrated so that you don't like pass out and fall over, because that can happen. Normally they have food and drinks and everything you need on set for you and snacks, they're supposed to, but if they don't, you know that you got yourself covered. Okay, now for this little pocket inside of the bag. This has legitimately everything. First, I have this Ziploc bag of every kind of bra accessory you could think of. Not gonna spend too much time showing this and talking about it, but just like clear bra straps, covers, a strapless bra, literally everything you could possibly need. I always end up needing something from this Ziploc bag, so it's just nice to have. And then lastly, we have this clear zippered pouch. This has saved me so many times. There's so many times where I thought I didn't have something, and then I checked this bag and I was like, I really thought ahead in every scenario. So I'm gonna take you through what's in here because it's very important, and these are things you definitely need to keep with you on set. The first thing I have in this pouch is lotion. This is just a little mini Aveeno one, but I always keep lotion with me because sometimes I don't realize how ashy I am. I have really dry skin and I have eczema, so sometimes when I'm like shooting bikinis or shorts, I look down at my knees and my elbows and I'm like, this is so embarrassing, I need to have lotion. So always make sure to keep lotion with you. Usually they have it on set, but in case they don't. The next thing I have is a super long phone charger. And then because I'm paranoid, I have another charger just in case that one didn't work. Because I always think ahead and picture a scenario where I'm like stranded at the airport and need to get cell service and maybe my battery's dead and I don't know what to do. So I just get paranoid, which I think is better, so you're more prepared for things. But I have two chargers because you never know. Also, if a friend needs one, I have one. And I have an extra little block in case the other one doesn't work. Paranoid. Next, I have a toothbrush, toothpaste, and mouthwash that are all mini because you literally just never know when you're gonna need to freshen up. Also, I cannot tell you how many times I've packed everything I need for a work trip in just this bag, and then I realize once I get to the hotel, oh my god, I forgot my toothbrush. And then it becomes a whole thing where I have to search for one and get someone to find one for me and search the town for a toothbrush. And sometimes the places I fly to for work are not super it's not that big of a city, so it's really hard to find things. So I learned my lesson very quickly with that, and now I just have one in this little bag so that never happens again. Next, I have hair essentials. This is a little dry shampoo. This is from the brand called Not Your Mother's. This is nice to just throw in your bag, and sometimes my hair is greasy, which is honestly like one of my biggest pet peeves, so I always have this on me. And then I also have a little mini compact hairbrush. These are like the ones you would get as a kid, and I recently rediscovered them, and honestly, they're pretty convenient. Then I have two nude colored nail polishes. I've never had to use these, but maybe if my nails aren't perfectly done or they're maybe chipping, whatever, I usually always have my nails done nude, but you just never know, or if someone else needs it, it's just nice to have. Also, these things I'm showing you guys are great to have because maybe somebody else needs them, even if you don't need them. Maybe another model needs something you have, so it's great to just keep all these things with you. I also have a variety of singular makeup wipes. I collect these everywhere that I go. Every time that I see there's makeup wipes somewhere, or if a makeup artist gives me them, I always take them because sometimes you have a full face on and you go to the airport after work and you look a little crazy, so it's just nice to have these to be able to take the makeup off after work. Then I have my Ollie gummies. These ones are the melatonin gummies, and then these are the goodbye stress gummies. I have to take melatonin with me every single time that I go on a work trip because the times that I have not been able to get a good night of sleep. For some reason, like this has happened 2 or 3 times where I go to a destination, like a different state for work, and the night before when I'm sleeping in the hotel, I cannot fall asleep. I don't know what it is, like if it's anxiety or just being away from home, but I literally can never sleep. Like there's been times where I went to bed at like 3 a.m. and then had a 6 a.m. call time. I don't know what it is about hotels and traveling, but sometimes I just literally can't sleep. So now I always just bring melatonin with me on work trips. And then these Ollie gummies are great for managing stress. Sometimes traveling can be stressful. I recently had a situation like a couple weeks ago when I was in a different state for work and they could not get me on on a return flight home because they were all canceled and delayed, and I almost got stuck in the airport, which is typical. So you gotta manage your stress. I have deodorant and a mini perfume. This is a little Burberry Her perfume sample, and I just like to keep this so that I can stay fresh throughout the day, as well as my deodorant. I like to reapply this also throughout the day. I mostly shoot e-commerce, which I mentioned before, and that's very fast paced. You're changing really quickly. So when I'm working quickly and doing a lot, I just like to make sure I touch up and smell fresh throughout the day. And then I have a razor because you just never know, maybe you need to touch up before the shoot. And then I have a random Blistex that is actually unopened, just in case I need another lip balm. Lastly, I have a nail file in here. This one has its own little case, and this is nice if my nails are like getting dull, or maybe I chipped one, I have to make them all the same length. I've actually needed this so many times on set. Also, girls in the past have been like, do you have a nail file? And I'm like, actually, I do. That is all for what's in my modeling bag. That is everything that I take to set every day. That bag goes with me literally everywhere. It's been to every state with me, every new city, every work trip, goes with me to every set, and it just has everything. I really hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. If you want to stay up to date with me, you can follow me on Instagram or TikTok, whatever you want. I have all my social medias linked down below in the description. I usually upload every Wednesday, but now that the semester started and I'm back in school, I usually upload on Thursdays because I just end up getting behind on stuff and have a lot of other things I'm working on. So I would say expect a new video from me every Thursday now, but we'll see. I'm gonna try to do Wednesdays, but honestly, it's been Thursday recently because I've just been super busy per usual. If you guys have any video requests for me, be sure to leave them in the comments or DM them to me, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.